And would young people like to just come forward for a moment? I switched it around a little bit. In your bulletin, I think it says, what is anointing? I was going to explain, but felt led to go a different way. So instead of the gospel being read in a little while, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit and using the message, the gospel lesson for today about the anointing of Jesus' feet. Okay? So we're going to listen to this Bible story first. So 6 days before the Passover, Jesus went to Bethany, and he stayed at the house of his friends. Jesus had friends, you know. Lazarus, Martha and Mary, maybe you've heard of them. Right? He had friends, and he was invited to dinner at their house. So of course he said, oh yes, I'm going to stay with him. And Martha served dinner. Lazarus was one that, he was sitting at the table with Jesus. And then all of a sudden, Mary came in and she had this jar of very expensive perfume. More expensive than you can imagine. They say that it cost 1 whole year's worth of wages. So if an adult worked for a year, that's how much this was. She went over to Jesus. She got down and she poured this oil, this perfume on his feet. The aroma filled the whole room. Everyone could smell it. And people were saying, that's pure spikenard. That's what it was called. They call it nard for short. That's pure spikenard. And then she wiped his feet, either with the covering of her head, because women would wear coverings on their head, or with her hair, I'm not sure, but she wiped his feet. Someone wasn't too happy there about this, because Judas knew how expensive this Columbus perfume was. And he was like, isn't that a waste? You wasted all this money to put this on his feet? He was angry. He's like, couldn't this money be used to help the poor? And Jesus had just talked about helping the poor before this. But Jesus said, leave her alone. She's anticipating and honoring the day of my burial. You always have the poor with you. You do not always have me. So this could sound kind of confusing, a little, this story, but can you picture it? Can you picture Jesus with his friends at dinner, and a good friend coming in? Of course, they all wore sandals back then, right? So probably slipped his sandals off, and she pours this. It's like pouring a whole bottle of really whatever perfume. If someone poured a bottle of perfume right now on the floor, we would all smell it. Right? It was like that.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody would smell it. Have you ever heard the word Messiah? Jesus is called the Messiah. No? Have you heard that? Jesus is called the Messiah. And the Messiah, actually what that means is the anointed. That's what that word means, the anointed. It means that Mary knew who Jesus was. That he was the Son of God. That he was the Messiah that they were looking for, that they were waiting for. And the thing I want to get across to you today, I wanted to share this story with you. Did you notice, what's Mary say in the story when she came in? What does she say? What does she say? Anybody? Nothing. Mary says nothing. She walks in the room. I'm sure her eyes met Jesus's eyes. She went and she poured this oil on his feet, knowing, telling him, I know who you are. You're the anointed one. You're the Messiah. Without saying a word, she was giving this gift to Jesus. So I'm here to ask you to think of how we give gifts to Jesus. And we don't have to say a word. Sometimes it's what we do to help others. Sometimes it is in words, though, right? We use our kind words, our thoughtful words. But sometimes we don't need any words. We just do kind things for others. We help out without being asked. You know, we draw pictures and we do our artwork and we give it to people because they love that. We all love that. By the way, we all love that. If you're ever making pictures of anything, we all love that. You know. So I just wanted to share that story with you from the gospel today. Okay. And actually, I do have something for you that Susan gave to me today. And this is a very special coloring book. And it's about Jesus, about God and the creation. And what church was it?
It's actually the Christian Deer Hunters Association.
I love it. The Christian Deer Hunters Association. Different people made the pictures, and then a pastor, put scriptures about creation in the book. And Susan was nice enough, she thought of our children here and wanted you to each have one, okay? And Susan is right there if you want to say thank you to her. Thank you to her, over there, Susan. Okay, thanks for coming up. Nice. As we come into our time of offering our